What is up, guys? Casey here, and today we're going to be working on part 2 of our MusicPad app. I just came back from WWDC, so there's lots of cool new things that I'll be showing you a little bit about. I'll be showing you more in future videos because we're getting into more beginner stuff so you guys can truly learn how to code and become a professional programmer. Alright, so very first thing that you guys need to know from WWDC is that you can download Xcode 9 Beta. Now, Xcode 9 Beta is jam-packed with awesome new features for developers. You can read more about it, but basically it's going to be faster, GitHub integration, which I'll be making a video about, and it compiles the code faster. It was completely rewritten for developers. Super fast, amazing. I can't say, like, it's just amazing. Like, check it out. Watch the keynote on it, all that stuff. Awesome. Now, you guys can download other things. In order to download this, you have to have a paid developer account, which is $100 a year. Now, to me, $100 a year isn't a bad deal. You can have stuff on the App Store. They market your app for you. You get your name out there. You get the beta releases, stuff like that. So, in my opinion, if you don't have it already, definitely get it if you are serious about programming and getting apps on the App Store. Now, the other thing, they got High Sierra, which is the new operating system coming out. The last one was Sierra. This one is now High Sierra. Kind of cool, I guess. iOS 11 beta. Really cool for developers. They got the new AR technology, things like that. But for users, it's alright. I mean, it's not, like, if you're not going to be developing on it, I would not suggest downloading the iOS 11 beta. Siri has a new voice, which is kind of cool, I guess, if you want that. But there will be an iOS 11 public beta coming out, I think, next month. So there's no point in buying it if you just want the iOS 11 beta. WatchOS beta and tvOS beta. Other than that, there's not too much. I mean, there are other things you can download, but I would definitely suggest getting Xcode 9 beta now so you can start programming in Swift 4 and iOS 11. So when iOS 11 is released, you can upload your app to the App Store, ARKit, whatever is fascinating to you in iOS 11. Please definitely get Xcode 9. Okay. So after that, let's just get back into our music app. We're in the project now, and let's head back to the view controller and see what all we have done. Okay, we got that. I think we tagged all of these buttons. I'm not 100% sure, I kind of forgot. Yeah, we have these buttons tags. And basically now, when a button's pressed, we have to play a sound. That's all we really have to do. So at the top, let's import AV Foundation. AV Foundation. AV Foundation is like a way to play like movies, videos, audio, stuff like that. There's other things like AV Audio, I think. I don't really remember. But there's another format if you want to do extreme stuff with audio. But there's no need for that here. We're going to be creating a function right here. So when someone presses a button, it plays a sound. This function will be called play sound. And we're going to be passing in a string, and this is going to be called audio, I guess. I'll type audio. And it's going to be of type string. We're going to be passing in if you guys don't know what this is, basically the string right here is the type of variable that we're passing in. So audio is now going to be used in this function as a variable, and it's going to be passed into the play sound function whenever it's called. So if we call play sound down here, we have to include a string for audio. Okay? Kind of confusing. I go more in depth in it later on in more beginner videos. But we need to create a variable at the top. This is going to be audio player. and this is going to be type AV audio. AV audio player. Okay, so that's our audio player is our AV audio player. Now in the play sound, we need to say let our audio path equal bundle dot main dot path for resource of type. Okay, and this is going to be audio. This is the variable that we're passing in right there. So whenever it's called, then we'll have this variable. And then this is going to be an MP3. Or I think MP3, yeah. So basically, the audio path is going to be finding the path for our resource, which we'll be adding in here. The audio file's name, and then the type, which is going to be MP3. So if our audio file is drums.mp3, we would call it drums is the variable we'd be passing in an audio, and then it's going to be of type MP3. Okay, hope that makes sense. So we're going to do audio player equals try AV audio player content of URL, and we're going to throw in here ns URL, and then it's going to be file, ns URL, it's going to be a file URL with path string, and the string is going to be audio path. And then we're going to say as a URL, and we're going to close that. Okay, and then we can say audio player, audio player, audio player dot play, audio player dot play, and then audio equals try. Audio is a let constant. Oh, audio player, sorry. Audio player equals try, okay. And then we're gonna have a catch underneath here, catch. And then we're just gonna print something went wrong. Trying to play the file. Okay. And now we're gonna, in our pressed button IB action, we're gonna add a thing called a switch statement. Okay, if you don't know what a switch statement is, look it up. It's very useful. I'll be going more detail in future videos where I'm doing beginner stuff, but you can look this up on Google. It's super easy to find more information about, but we're not going to be talking about it in this video. So switch, and if you just type it in, it pops up like this. The value is going to be sender dot tag. Okay, so you know how we set those tags on all of the buttons? Now we're pulling that value from the sender. The sender is of type UI button, and we're linking that up in the main.storyboard. And now we're just taking that tag variable that we set on the button. So if the tag is equal to 1, now we are going to want to play the sound of whatever instrument here. So if we have an audio file that's drums.mp3, then we'll just type drums, okay? And then our default is going to be just print, you have to have a default, so print nothing is working. Maybe that's not a good one. Switch statement, error. Okay, that's a good one right there. Okay. So this is basically what you're going to be doing on each and every button. So the next button is going to be case 2, and then we're going to say play sound. Okay, and I don't know what names you guys want. So basically you just import a sound file. I'll be uploading one sound file. I'll be putting that in the description, I think on Dropbox or whatever, and you guys can download that and use it. I don't think I have a sound file. Okay, so I do have a sound file here now. I'll show you guys how to import this. The sound file is over here. It's an air horn. I got this from YouTube. As a creator, you get sounds and things like this. So shout out to YouTube for that. And you just drag it in over here, okay, and you drop it. Now make sure add to targets is selected, copy items if needed is selected, and create groups is selected. And you just click finish. Now it's in there, okay? So this name is very, very long. So I'm gonna call it horn, okay? Now, if we go back to our view controller, and right here where it says audio, we're just going to type in the name, so it's horn. And if we save that and we run this now, which is going to take a little bit of time, but if we run it and everything and we press the button, it's going to play the horn, okay? So, now we're going to write out all the cases. I believe we have 6, oh, it actually starts at, I think we started out at tag 0. If I'm not mistaken. Okay, no, we did start at tag 1. Oh, tag 0. So, till 5. Okay, so you gotta have a case for 0 here too. Case 0, and then play sound. And like I said, you can put in different audio files here, okay? I'm just doing 1 because that's all I will be providing, is 1. And we can wait for the simulator to launch. Okay, so all is working. I don't think there's any errors. As you can see, it's loading now. But when we press a button, so say we press this one, it's going to go through our code, and because we set up an IB action, it's going to actually run this IB action. So the very first thing is going to go to our switch statement, and it's going to look for the sender.tag. If our sender.tag is not well, if it is 0, it's going to run this code right here, and it's going to break. So it's not going to run any of this code. It's just going to run right here, and it's going to be finished. If our sender.tag is 5, it's going to go right here. It's going to be like, oh, it's not 0, it's not 1, it's not 2, it's not 3, it's not 4, it's 5. And then it's going to run this code right here, and it's going to break. And if it's none of these, it's going to print switch statement is broke, or switch statement error. Okay? And when it hits this play sound function right here, it's actually going to jump to the play sound function part right here. And our audio string is going to be horn, so it's importing that horn into the string, and then it's going to run this code. The variable audio is now horn as a string, okay? So I'm not sure if you guys can hear this, but it's going off. Or at least it is for me. Oh, you hear it? Okay, so we had an error. Okay. I said hat somewhere. Audio. Hat. I didn't say hat. Huh. Okay, well that's odd. Maybe we can run it again and see. Maybe you have to give it a tag, so we'll see about that. So the horn's playing. So it's working, yeah. On all of these, it's working. The horn's kind of sort of delayed, so when you press it, goes, which you can also, use that horn sound. You can edit it up. But I encourage you guys to import different sounds so you can tell the difference. And also, I was talking with the Apple engineers at WWDC, and I mean, this is kind of obvious now that they told me, but if you guys notice right now, basically when you press a button, it plays a sound, but if you press another button, it cancels that sound and it starts to play the new sound. So one way to undo this is to create a new audio player for each instance of every time you press a button. So case 0 has a new instance of the AV audio player. Case 1 has a new instance of the AV audio player. Now this is up to you guys. You can do this if you just want to learn a little bit more. That's fine, you don't have to do it. But I do encourage you guys to at least try it, give it a shot. It will build on your understanding of AV audio player and maybe just some code in general. So I do encourage it. Try it out. If you guys have questions, leave a comment below. I always answer those. Download Xcode 9, baby. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to the channel. And if you guys have any questions, please leave that in the comment section below. And if you haven't liked the video already, please drop a like. You guys mean so much to me. Have a good one. Peace.